So
Well, I would say, I mean, like for me,
yeah.
the two best movies of '83 were Trading Places, and the other one was War Games. War Games is also just an incredible and enormously clever and creative movie, just like those
Yeah,
two.
but it's a
These
but
are
you
the
know what?
big
It's a
movies.
popcorn. It unfortunately, and I really am not trying to cut you off. As much as I love war games, at the goddamn end of the day, it's a popcorn flick.
But
But
it's
then
Doctor Strangelove for our generation. That was what was so
it
awesome
is.
about the
It
film.
absolutely fucking is. And it's but you know what? What did you say? Who was the Academy made up of back in 1930? A bunch of cantankerous old fucks that didn't know shit about shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they weren't gonna fucking the writers of these movies of war games went on to bigger and better. Walter Parks, he went on wrote a lot of good shit. John Badham. This is a guy who got nominated for an Oscar for Saturday Night Fever. He made this movie. People try
Yeah.
to say that John Badham never made a good movie after Saturday Night Fever. I beg to fucking
All
differ.
of his movies, in my opinion, all of his movies after Saturday Night Fever were better. And when I saw Saturday Night Fever, I was like, oh my God.
Short Circuit. Hello.
Short Circuit
Yes,
is a
thank
great
you, John.
movie.
Excuse me, you're dealing with Johnny fucking Five right here. That was my nickname back when I was a
His
kid. My dad always called me Johnny Five.
he also did Nick of Time, which is a great Johnny Depp movie. I like that one. He did the
Blue
Dracula remake.
Thunder, Blue Thunder.
Before
Blue
before
Thunder. Oh my God, Blue Thunder was so awesome, but obviously not really. War Games is far more ambitious. To me, it's
uh,
about ambition, and it's also where ambition, creativity, and the ability to thrill your audience and leave them wanting more. That's the kind of movie you want to make. And unfortunately, in 2025, we've gotten away from that because now movie people are just like, just end the movie already so I can go use the bathroom or something. Get out of here. My ass is growing roots.
I got a question for you guys. If you've seen this movie, because before I want to talk about like best picture winners. This is a good way to dovetail finally into the Saving Private Ryan thing, but this is not about that. This came out like 20, was it 20? It was the one. It was the one with Frances McDormand.
Oh, Nomadland, is that what it was?
Nomadland.
Three
Yeah.
billboards. Three. Oh fuck no man
No, not
land.
that one. That's a good one.
Oh, Three
But I
Three
Billboards was
three billboards.
amazing.
I'm saying three billboards.
Did you watch it,
that's a
Freely?
good.
Because I told you to watch it.
I did. I love three billboards.
It is
Yeah,
wonderful.
but that's
It is
not what
a
I'm talking about. I'm
wonderful
talking
movie.
about Nomadland, and I watched this movie, and I'm like, you could sum up this plot in like a few words. You could say Frances McDormand is homeless, has the shits, and then drives away.
You could
That's the
say
movie.
that about Forrest Gump, though. Tom Hanks
Uh,
is retarded. He
yeah,
he gets raped by a woman and has to take care of her AIDS baby.
he's historical figures, and then his son is his son sees dead people. Yeah.
And so, yeah,
You're segueing perfectly. When we say, well, let's put another one on my list out there, and we'll discuss this one because I think we're not going to disagree on this one either. It's called "Born on the Fourth of July" should have won over "Driving Miss Daisy."
na 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 na
Thing is,
na.
I would
I gotta
I
make
would
water, Miss Daisy.
I
Just
would make
watch where you're going.
Remember the Fourth of July is a very powerful movie, and Oliver Stone did win Best Director for that.
He
But
did, and
That's
I
another
and
thing I
hold
don't
on,
get. Now, why?
hold
Okay,
on. 86, 86. I'm just going to make one comparison. And I'll let you guys talk it out. Okay, you're older. I'm the younger guy here. Platoon is the better movie.
yeah, Platoon
Okay,
oh yeah,
deserved it.
Platoon
Platoon
is the better
deserved
fucking movie.
Platoon did deserve the best picture, but so did Salvador. But Salvador was a movie that got completely lost because of Hemdale
Well,
and Orion and
that
all
was
that.
that was Hemdale, John Daly, bad distribution, all
Yeah,
that
but it
kind
was
of
a
shit. I
great
mean,
movie.
yeah,
Great movie though.
yeah.
as far as
Salvador
I'd
was
never
great.
want to see it again, but it was a great movie. I never want to watch it again because it was just
Driving Miss Daisy. Now, that was another one where I watched it way later, like in the mid 2000s, and I watched it, and I'm like, there's like with Gandhi, where I'm like, I can see why this won Best Picture. I know it's well. The thing is, okay, so it's not the message, but God damn it, if this movie probably didn't help race relations in some small way, like a few racist fuckheads saw this movie and were like, you know what, black people aren't so bad. It nudged us a little bit, just a little bit. We need movies like this. I know it's like
And with what he just said, you want to watch Green Book?
that's a good one too.
I watched it. It was okay, but it wasn't great. It's like you have to be better than
What
okay
was
for
that up
me
against?
to even
What was
consider
Green Book
you.
up against? What was Green Book up against?
Well, see, the
Green Book
problem is
was
I looked at hold on, I looked that up. I did look that up before we did this. Problem is with the year of Green Book coming out, that was a very thin fucking field.
Let's
The field
take
was
a
just
look.
so thin. It was
Was
so
Mario
We
thin.
got Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Roma, A Star Is Born, Vice. I saw A Star Is
I
Born.
reiterate how thin it was. I mean, there were probably better movies that came out that year other than the ones that were fucking nominated.
I can't believe Black Panther was nominated. Jeez.
That is a good movie, but I don't know if it belongs on.
It's an okay Marvel movie. It was better than
That's
Captain
one of those
Marvel.
things where they have such a long list that they will throw popular kind of movies in there.
The best Marvel movie remains for me the first Iron Man movie, and that's it. Everything else kind of builds on that, and you have to go back. The first Iron Man movie is probably the best out of all of them, but that's just the way it is.
I put Black Panther up there. I'd also put like Endgame. I put
No, Endgame terrible.
No,
Infinity
shut
War
up,
was
Lawler.
better.
You can eat a dick, okay? You can
Endgame
eat
is
a dick.
horseshit. Endgame is horseshit.
What the fuck ever, dude. Okay.
Sorry, the first
Ah,
Captain
no.
America movie is up there. The first Spider-Man movie. Endgame is just kind of a mess. It's a mess with
Deadpool
what
and
happens in
Wolverine
there.
I saw Deadpool and Wolverine, and I'm like, my first reaction was like, it's okay. And then I just I meditated on all the jokes, and then I bumped it from like a 7 to an 8, because I'm like, this is actually better than I remembered. I just thought about all the jokes.
I still give that movie a damn 10. I love Deadpool and Wolverine.
Well, good for you.
Love the shit.
I like the
guess-
first Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is kind of he's kind of like he's a little too hard to deal with sometimes.
Okay,
That's
we're gonna have are we going to have the uncomfortable conversation about Saving Private Ryan and Ryan's privates now?
Well, Ryan's
We're
privates.
getting there.
Can I
We're
think about
getting
I
there.
just there was one
We're
more
going
thing.
for 2 hours here. Eventually, I'm going to have to leave.
I just want to mention number one, Moonlight, and I said the year after that, The Shape of Water. I thought was terrible. I thought it was a terrible, terrible movie. Birdman is a great performance from Michael Keaton. Doesn't deserve a Best Picture though. 12 Years a Slave is a bunch of hooey. Didn't like that one either.
Fuck on that one. That's a great movie.
No, it's a terrible movie. It's terrible.
Well,
It's terrible and it doesn't make
I'll
any
tell
sense.
you what, 12 Years a Slave?
12 Years a Slave doesn't make any sense. Logically, it makes no sense.
It makes plenty of sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
But
No,
that's
no.
another argument for another time.
I mean, if you read Benjamin Northrop's memoir,
Solomon
this movie,
Northrop.
okay, whatever Anderson thinks about Driving Miss Daisy, bringing blacks and whites together so that we can all, enjoy a picnic together. 12 Years a Slave tears people apart, and it's mainly fiction, and it's done for one express purpose.
Liberal white guilt, but that's okay.
There is liberal white guilt. Liberal white guilt can work. Your crash your bullshit crash thing, and then moving. I'll tell you, Slumdog Millionaire was a very impressive movie. It was okay. No Country for Old Men was great until the last 10 minutes of it. The Departed was okay, but it's a little too. Hey, we're trying to make a Scorsese movie. Let's get Scorsese. It's that kind of thing. Director slips into self-care.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Just let us not forget Departed is a remake.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Let us not forget it's a remake. Okay.
But I'll throw up Wolf of Wall Street over Departed any day.
Honestly, I will take
just for the Quaaludes alone.
I will take Casino over The Departed.
Over The Departed. Dude, I'll take any of Scorsese's crime dramas over the fucking Departed, but hey, Scorsese had to get his flowers, so leave the fucking man alone.
All right, I found
he deserved to win, but he deserved to win for Goodfellas.
He deserved to win for a bunch of things that he did, but I've got the perfect segue to lead into the Private Ryan.
Okay.
Conversation.
Well, let me get my last ones out of the way, and then we'll go to that, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay.
All right. Well, when you're done with your thing, I have the thing that's going to segue into this.
Oh, so here's where I'm going to finish it off, and then we'll discuss. Okay. So the last three on my list. Number 3, fucking David Fincher losing over Tom Hooper. David Fincher should have won for The Social Network versus The King's Speech. Fuck that movie. Fuck Colin Firth, and fuck Tom Hooper. That movie sucked. Number 2, Fargo should have won over The English Patient. I don't think either one of you are going to disagree with me about that.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that one. That's another one that was a specific
and
moment.
lastly, the big number 1. Yes, Saving Private Ryan should have fucking won over Shakespeare in Love. There is no debate about that.
Well, we'll get
That
that.
is
There
the
will be debate.
That is
There
is
will
the
be debate.
absolute biggest Oscar fuck up
See,
of all
that's-
time.
No, okay.
That's
Well,
that.
can I
that's
start
the
with
flip.
David Fincher first?
Please, let's make our quick
I want
discussions.
to
We'll
start
wrap
with
it up.
David Fincher. Never saw The Social Network. Never had any desire to see it.
Oh,
But
it's great.
but no. Hey, the movie that really captures a moment was a David Fincher movie, and it was called Seven. That didn't get nominated. That was the better movie of the year, and that was an extremely influential movie, up there with Pulp Fiction. It catches on to something, and it doesn't let go. And it was back. Oh God, I hate what they did with the 4K transfer.
95.
And that was the most important movie of that year, and it should have been.
Do you think it was residual because of Alien 3, he was kind of in director jail, and this was his comeback movie?
No,
but he still had kind of the stank of.
No,
being
I
in
don't
trouble.
think. No, I don't think the studio took that seriously, because I don't think the
He
Hollywood
did
took it seriously.
New Line let people do things back then. That was before even Turner.
Right.
owned.
And let me. Okay. Let the young guy talk for a second, and I'll let you two hash it out.
All right, you whippersnapper.
New Line. This is, of course, New Line before the Ted Turner / Warner Brothers takeover. This is when New Line was still an independent studio. They saw something with Fincher. Let's take the director out of the equation. Let's look at the screenplay. Let's look at the Andrew Kevin Walker screenplay. Let's look at the fact that the only other writing credit he had was fucking Brain Scan before he did this. Okay. The studio knew what they had, but they knew that they needed some young blood to make this movie. They knew that they didn't need old hat. They didn't need, best example. They didn't need an Adrian Lyne. Okay. They didn't need an Alan Parker. Okay. They needed somebody new. And where do you look? You look at Janie's Got a Gun. You look at that music video. Okay. You look at how visceral that fucking music video is. And then New Line looks at it and they say, you know what? We don't give a fuck if this guy made Alien 3 because he was locked out of the process. We look at the fact that this guy has an eye for detail. This guy has an eye for something completely visceral. He can translate this screenplay into something, this run-of-the-mill serial killer screenplay. He can elevate it to something higher than that. And I think that's where Fincher just got his lottery ticket. I think he just pulled a lucky lottery ticket, and it's just like, you know what? But then what happens 4 years later? He makes Fight Club, and he's a fucking pariah. That goes without saying.
A genius. A genius. It got like the most high reviews and the most low reviews at the same time. It got like polarizing. But 7
polarized people when it came out. It really polarized.
The budget on Seven? Do you know what the budget was on Seven? It was a New Line. It probably wasn't hugely budgeted, right? Maybe
under 20 million.
Yeah.
This is
Not
old New Line before Ted Turner, before Warner Brothers. I guarantee you,
Although
20 million at least.
I think this was early Ted Turner. I think Ted Turner bought it like mid '94 or something, around The Mask or something. I think it was around that time.
They knew what they had. They got lucky. I mean, 7 was just a stroke of luck. 7 was a stroke of goddamn luck.
And it doesn't even get nominations for editing. It doesn't get nomination for cinematography, for the script.
Went in and
all
said,
that work.
As long as you give me, I think Fincher went in as as long as you give me a little bit of control here. I had a bad experience. I will keep your budget low. I will do the thing that you want me to do. I'm sure he pitched it of this is what I want to do, because directors go in and they pitch their movie. So he's like, this was what I was thinking to do. Here's some storyboards. Here's what I was thinking.
Quite was going on with Alien 3, because I enjoyed the movie. I really did. I thought it was a bold visual statement. I thought it was incredible.
You really look at it, it's like
it was brave too.
You can see somebody trying to make a movie, and I love those sort of fuck you endings. I love that kind of ending. I love the Terminator 3 ending. The big oh shit ending.
Frelick, what was your next one after Fincher?
Fargo.
Okay, Fargo, right. Okay. Fargo not winning.
Fargo.
And English Patient, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with you there. I think we both agree, right?
Put the clip from Seinfeld in there.
That's a completely all three right there. Yeah, the clip of Elaine being forced to watch the English.
Because I
watched it. I was like, okay, whatever. I thought it was an okay kind of movie, but it was weird and confusing with the, you have to watch it a couple of times. I enjoyed the cast. I thought they were wonderful, but it's one of those, oh, it's very Merchant Ivory, even though it's not really Merchant Ivory kind of thing. I have a mood for things. I enjoy lots of weird shit that I throw it up on the website occasionally.
In fact, I'm gonna pull this out of my ass. I'm gonna say Remains of the Day is better than Howard's End.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's way better than that. Remains of the Day is an awesome movie. It makes me cry at the end thinking about it. But English Patient doesn't do anything for me. As much as I love Julia
And
Binoche
I can't. And
Ray
you know
Fiennes.
what's funny about, and this is where I get to say I'm the young fuck in this group. I've never seen Howard's End, nor have I ever seen Remains of the Day.
You should watch Remains of the Day. Watch Remains of the Day at least.
Watch Howard's End. Howard's End is good. But it's very British. But then watch Remains of the Days, and you'll tell me. And honestly, Remains of the Days, like it's near the end of Christopher Reeve being like not fucked up.
Christopher Reeve was a he worked for Merchant Ivory a couple of times. He did that movie. He did a movie called The Bostonians. Yes. And then what was the final one that you had on your list?
Ryan over Shakespeare.
Okay, all right. Now I can start in on my thing. I am going to.
Can I just say one thing real quick, and I'm just going to let you two guys argue because I will never interject. I just want to say one thing. I lost a bet to fucking Shakespeare in Love. I lost a bet. The only reason I saw that. Nope, because you're absolutely right. Okay, so this is tail end of '99, going into 2000. This is 25 years ago. I was dating this girl. We dated for about 2 years, and we were pretty hot and heavy. But me and her dad, we were big movie guys, or movie people, I should say. She had a chance to get extra credit at a school assignment if she saw Shakespeare in Love at the theater. She asked me, "Hey, John, do you want to go see Shakespeare in Love?" I say, "Well, look, I have zero interest in seeing this movie. I don't care about it, but I'll make you a deal." Dumbass that I am, thinking, hey, if Shakespeare in Love wins the Best Picture, I'll go see it with you. Me here thinking Saving Private Ryan's going to take it all home, right? Well, I ate me a big slice of crow pie. I had to go sit and watch that piece of shit in a fucking theater, and let me tell you, Shakespeare in Love, it won. And to quote Kevin Smith, fuck Shakespeare in Love, fuck it up its stupid ass. That movie is nothing but fucking clown shoes. Okay? That movie is nothing more than whoring out your product to get Oscars, and nobody talks about it to this day. Not a single person talks about it.
Except in a negative way.
I can offer this because this is related to that. It's 2002, and the big winner that year. Well, for Best Picture, once again, we're splitting the difference. You split the difference between giving the Best Picture to the Miramax product and then giving the Best Director to the person who they probably thought deserved it. Spielberg got the director nod for Saving Private Ryan. But in Best Picture, Chicago wins in 2002. It wins over Gangs of New York, which I love. I love that movie, actually. It wins over Lord of the Rings Two Towers, which I think is the best of the Lord of the Rings movie. And it wins over The Pianist, which I really do enjoy. These are movies that I've seen over and over again and can't stop watching. I love them. I never watched Chicago again. I watched it once, and that was it. And it was bad. It was a bad movie. It was badly cast. It was badly edited, badly shot, badly sung by all the people involved. I can't believe they didn't get the original cast, or at least Bebe Neuwirth in there somewhere. And it wins.
Anderson, before you chime in, I'm going to agree with Lawler on this one. Pianist should have won.
Pianist, Pianist
should have won. Pianist should have won.
I know Polanski is like, we don't talk about him. We don't talk about him. Well, I still watch the movie over and over again, and I do watch Two Towers. I really like Two Towers more. I can't explain to you why I like it more than the first one.
Polanski won Best Director. You might as well give it to the movie.
He did. They split the difference on that. He was obviously Brody was the favorite for the Pianist, and everything else was sort of, I saw all these movies. Gangs of New York I can watch over and over again. I love that movie. The Hours, watched it once, not interested. Lord of the Rings Two Towers, like I said, my favorite. And The Pianist I can watch over and over. Can't watch Chicago. Can't really watch it. For Best Director, they decided to make this whole thing a Chicago affair. And all of these actors I really didn't like in these roles at all. I just thought it was terrible. But that leads into the discussion, the uncomfortable discussion about the other guy we don't talk about anymore. Who is that? Big Harvey.
Yeah.
It has been shown time and time again that he wined and dined these Academy members, that he knew who they were, that he put out ads, that he did all kinds of marketing. He spent more marketing these movies than he actually did making these movies. So that's why Shakespeare in Love, I watched it finally a couple of years ago, and I'm like, what is the big fucking deal? I don't understand this. Gwyneth Paltrow is terrible. How did she win an Oscar?
Well,
it's like Natalie Portman. I mean, like, you know, they're easy on the eyes, okay? They were very gorgeous women for their time, but they're not great actors. They just sort of do the same thing every single time.
I have multiple thoughts. First of all,
Wait, one more thing. Winona Ryder and Bram Stoker's Dracula is better than Gwyneth Paltrow in this movie.
Chicago, I watched it once and I was not unentertained. And for a straight white man to enjoy this movie, I think is something. Okay, now, 2. My theory
Anderson, I didn't know you were white. I thought I was talking to a black man the whole time. You
Look
lied
here.
to me. You lied to me, like Danny DeVito to Billy Crystal.
Now look here, you motherfucker.
Okay, now I like
God.
Rodney Martin. My theory on Shakespeare in Love and Saving Private Ryan, I'm gonna flip it into like important movie in the sense that if you take the two movies, you could say Saving Private Ryan is the important war epic movie. Then you have Shakespeare in Love, which is half the people that voted for it probably didn't even see it, but they probably were like, "Oh, it's Shakespeare." It's like I can be my snotty self. I can be my pretentious douchebag self and say, "Oh, well, the Shakespeare, it's you know, it's intellectual. It's you know." Then they see the movie and it's like, eh.
And then they look down at their crotch, and Harvey Weinstein is holding their nuts in a vice-like grip, saying, "You better nominate this movie."
No. He's jizzing off into a plant. Remember?
Yeah, he can be doing two things at once. Okay,
that's true. He's got two hands. So
exactly.
I think, you know, Shakespeare in Love is not a bad movie. I watched it and I'm like, you know, this isn't a terrible movie, but it's not Saving Private. The thing is, Saving Private Ryan is another one I did not see till way after, and by then I had like the audio video set up, so I was able to watch Invasion of Normandy and crank it up.
Yeah,
but
that's the only thing people.
I love.
But go ahead.
Here's where I'm gonna. Hey, hold on, Anderson. Here's where I'm gonna interject, bro.
Okay.
And I'm serious. Like, bro, you're 11 years older than I am, and what doesn't make sense to me is that I saw Saving Private Ryan before you did.
Well,
and you want to know, and here's the big but. Here's the big but. No, I didn't see it in high school. I rented it on my own.
I saw it in the theater. I saw it actually in the theater opening night.
And I
compared it. I compared it to the other World War II movie, Thin Red Line, which I also enjoy. I thought that was a great movie and much better than Shakespeare in Love as well.
You know, I'm remembering when it came out, and I think it was around the time it came out in the theaters, and then when it was out on video, I was having some health issues, and then I think it just sort of fell through the cracks, and then it would be on HBO. And then I just missed it. And so by the time I got to it, it was like mid 2000s and it was on again. And I'm like, okay, I haven't actually seen this movie.
It's a weird list, though. These 5 movies. It's 3 World War II movies and 2 Elizabethan movies. It's very strange how the Academy seemed to nominate all movies that all had commonalities.
All right. Well, do we have predictions for this year?
Well, not yet, because I'm not done yet. I'm not done. I'm not done.
You're not done?
You guys off, because I'm going to say something now.
All right. Okay.
Saving Private Ryan is not a favorite movie of mine. I do not. The reason I'm going to point this out, the reason the movie is so popular.
Hey, Lawler, we're talking about this year, this current Academy.
Yeah, but I'm going to say. I'm not done with Saving Private Ryan. The thing that you remember the most about the movie is the opening sequence, and then after that it just goes completely. It's too long. It's way too long. The Normandy sequence was brilliantly edited, brilliantly shot. It was beautiful to look at with the ballet of violence and blood splatter and all that, and it was a completely violent beginning to an ending. It's a beginning to a movie that you don't really anticipate. And I read that World War II veterans were traumatized watching it because it was like they were there again and they were triggered or whatever. That is what people talk about when they talk about Saving Private Ryan. They don't talk about the remainder of the story, which is all the Spielbergian sentimentality and hogwash and she only has one surviving son and he's got to be rescued. And then Tom Hanks is like, earn this as he's dying. Well, all these people die. It's a
Okay.
lot of bloodletting.
Would you,
There's a lot of violence, but it goes on too long for me
would you
as a movie.
prefer
If Spielberg
the-
had made this movie 20 years before, it would have been a lot shorter, and it
Now,
would have been
would you
more to the point.
would you prefer the sort of the Terrence Malick Thin Red Line approach, where it's just sort of cerebral?
It's cerebral, poetic, and haunting and visual, but it is too long. It's another movie that's way too long. There's no perfect movie in this list for me, and Saving Private Ryan is not one of them. If there was a better movie this year that should have been up there, I don't know. I can't think of it. The Truman Show I really enjoyed. I thought it was a fantastic movie.
No. That was hold on. That was we're talking about movies made in '98. Saving Private Ryan was '98.
These are the nominees, though. You know,
99,
Truman Show, Simple
Yeah, you're
Plan.
right. Truman Show was nominated. I'm sorry.
Bullworth
I'm a
was
fucking idiot.
No, Bullworth was
I'm a
a fine
fucking
movie
idiot.
too. Simple, and then getting into I don't know. Well, no, a lot of these are not that great. A lot of these are not that great movies. So
what you're saying is '99 was the year of, or 98, because that was '98. '98 was the year of mid.
It was the beginning of mid.
'99 was the year of mid. '99 was the year of mid.
It was the beginning of mid.
I'm kicking myself. No, it was '98. No, Saving Private Ryan was '98 because it was the 1999 Oscars. So that's right. Okay. So from my young ass perspective, so what you're trying to say is 1998? Yeah, it was '98.
But
There
wait,
were some impressive movies, but maybe not enough to.
But the next year you get American Beauty, you get Sixth Sense.
American Beauty, again, Sixth Sense is probably the better one of those. For me, I mean, American Beauty did not age very well for me. It just didn't.
But the Kevin Spacey factor is.
No, not even the Kevin Spacey.
Well,
I think he's a great actor. He was good. He's always good in everything. I thought he was wonderful in House of Cards, and after he was canceled, all that stuff. It's not him. It's just the movie itself. It was, I think the best thing about American Beauty was probably Mina Suvari and maybe Thora Birch. But again, Ghost World is a better movie than that. I was not.
Well,
I was blown away. I was blown away by the opening sequence in Saving Private Ryan. But after that, it just doesn't live up.
Let's split the diff because I just got my mental math because I was there in high school. Okay, so yes. 98 was Saving Private Ryan, Shakespeare in Love, because I did see Shakespeare in Love in 99. Let's talk about the movies of 99, where we talk about, like you said, Truman Show, American Beauty, Green Mile. Those
later,
movies.
It was later, but it still qualified, yeah.
Green Mile, to me, when I first saw it, I thought it deserved to take away everything. But then I was pissed when it lost every award. But then when I saw American Beauty, back then, yes, I thought it deserved every award it got after I saw it. But then now,
like I said, it doesn't age well.
That's a rough fucking call. That's a rough call.
Some things have to, some things are just magic for you, and they continue to remain magic for you as you watch it over the years. I can't really watch American Beauty. It's just so, it seems silly to me now, watching it.
Well, you want to know, the best way to put it is this. Does Shawshank have a 4K? Yes. Does Pulp Fiction? Yes. Does American Beauty? Nope. We do not have a 4K. So,
see, Sixth Sense is a wonderful movie, but it's the beginning of something. And I felt that he had culminated in his early period, M. Night, with Signs. Signs is wonderful. It's a wonderful movie to watch.
I like Signs.
And Unbreakable.
Unbreakable is still the Unbreakable.
You know what's interesting?
You literally just went there. Unbreakable is the better movie. It's like the best movie he ever did.
You know what's interesting about Unbreakable is that I didn't like it when I first saw it, and then it grew on me over the years. I watched it again and again, and it has more meaning for me watching it.
Well, it's enhanced by the next two movies,
No, I didn't even see the next two. I mean, like later on, I watched Split and I watched Glass, but that was during the time when I was working with Fralick. Fralick was like, "You got to see Split," because I told him I never saw Split. And after I think The Village, and I don't know if it was The Village, I did enjoy Lady in the Water. It's interesting how I enjoyed that one, but The Happening, when I saw The Happening, I was like, oh God, that's it. That's the end of M. Night's career. But he wound up, bouncing back. But Unbreakable, for some reason, grows on me every time I see it. It gets better every time I watch it.
It's the only problem with Unbreakable is the ending. Like when I say the ending, I mean the last 2 minutes where they it's like that was the worst part of Unbreakable. They like, you take that out, yes, it's a great movie, but the studio hampered the ending on that. It was
doesn't the movie Glass kind of redeem all that because it kind of all fits together now?
Hold on, you see there's the big argument because okay, a lot of people, and me and Lawler did an episode about this. Like we did we did the East Rail 177 trilogy. I did my 10 best of 2019, and Glass was on my list. Like people hated Glass. They hated this movie. I walked out of the theater. I'm like, this is an amazing fucking movie. What is wrong with you people?
That's how I felt about the Blair Witch Project. I came out of Blair Witch Project saying this is going to be, and I was right too, by the way. Everybody hated the Blair Witch Project. It came out and they were like, what the fuck? Nothing. But it winds up being one of the most influential horror movies ever made.
I told you my Blair Witch story, which was I went and saw it. This was all during the hype. I saw it. I was the only one in the theater because it was like, it made a ton of money real quick and then it was gone. And then, so it's like I was in that period where it was like, it was in a theater, but nobody gave a shit anymore. So I'm the only one in the theater. The whole time I'm like, this is bullshit. This the whole movie is bullshit. And then I'm like, then I go to bed that night and I'm scared shitless. And I'm like, I become Arnold, like, you son of a bitch. You got me.
Well, that movie had me trembling while I was watching it because there was something about the tension.
Blair Witch Project came out on my 17th birthday.
Oh, okay.
What do you think was the first R-rated movie I saw in the theater?
That was Blair Witch?
By myself.
My God, Anderson, do you now feel old? Because now I feel old. Because I saw that movie with my fiance, who became my wife. Now I feel like an old
I tell you guys this. I saw that movie on my 16th birthday.
Not
my 16th birthday. I said, okay, let me correct that. July 16th is my birthday. The movie came out July 16th, 1999. Okay, that was my 17th birthday. That was the first movie I saw when I could go see my first R-rated movie by myself, and that movie blew me away. That movie blew me away, and my mom it was my senior year of high school. My mom had taken me to the local mall to get new clothes for high school. Yes, I got a Blair Witch Project fucking T-shirt that I wore my first day of senior year. When the movie went up for pre-order, I pre-ordered it on VHS with The Curse of the Blair Witch, that fucking 2-pack VHS. $30 at fucking Suncoast Video, baby.
That's what leads to my overall gripe about movies being made today is no one's taking chances like that anymore. This is a movie that was made for nothing, and it inspired so many filmmakers, and inspired me. I was like, holy shit, you can pick up a camera and make a horror movie and it'll become a big hit. That's what we all thought.
My mom thought it was real. We rented it. We rented it, and she's like, "What happened to them?" Like, Mom, this is actually like fiction. It's all a movie. It is.
Yeah, but they hyped it. Yeah. They hyped it on like the Sci-Fi Channel and on the website. You see, that's real people. That this actually happened.
That's you guys. When I saw it, I thought it was real.
Well, all I know is it was so long ago when it came out. I had a full head of hair. In fact, I remember the day. It was a hot summer day, and I was fixing my hair going to the theater.
Dude, bro, I don't want to hear about your full head of hair. When you had a full head of hair, I was 200 pounds lighter. I don't want to hear that. I
do like Lawler and just like fast. He's been pontificating about I'm fasting and I'm losing lots of weight.
Yeah, but you see, if I'm gonna fast, I need to quit drinking.
Everything sucks. Somebody wanted to talk about 20. Everything sucks. Everything's terrible.
Oh yeah, somebody wanted to talk about the current field of nominees.
Well, look, I feel like
I think they're all going to land.
Bill Murray. I feel like I'm Bill Murray doing that thing. Didn't see it. But
Okay. Do you want predictions? Let's just do blind predictions. You know what I say? What's going to win? The big winner is going to be The Brutalist. And there.
What's the
list? Because that's the one everyone's talking about. And then Wicked will get a bunch of technical nominations.
Okay, give me the list of each one, and I'll be able.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Oh, gee, boss.
Honora, The Brutalist, The Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2.
Okay, movie Conclave.
Really?
Movie Conclave? Yes. Director. What's the list of directors? Probably shorter.
Honora, Brutalist, Complete Unknown, Amelia Perez, Substance.
The director of the director, whatever the director of Conclave is, it's going to be a sweep.
Not on the list. Actor. Not on the list.
Actor. Oh shit. The Conclave isn't on director?
No.
What are the other ones?
Nora, Brutalist, Unknown, Amelia Perez, Substance.
You know what? I'm gonna
Nobody
say,
we've heard of. James Mangold is the only one we've heard of.
Oh, James Mangold.
I'm gonna say director or brutalist, but I think Conclave is gonna win by like 2 or 3 votes. I think it's got some momentum because it just won the BAFTA. So I feel like it's got some.
Actor Adrian, Timothée, Coleman, Rafe, and Sebastian. The Apprentice is Donald Trump. Unbelievable.
You know what? I'm gonna be Adam Sandler. I'm gonna say Chalamet.
Okay. Actress bullshit. Demi Moore bullshit.
Oh, fuck your bullshit, fucking bullshit.
The one from Honora is
I
gonna
got
win.
answers for all these, but I'll let
The one
you
from
guys
Honora
go.
is gonna win. She's got some momentum and she's cute. So okay.
Interesting. Mine is going to be a lot simpler than this.
Supporting, what do you got? Supporting, what do you
Lawler,
got?
you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Wait. Supporting would be Kieran Culkin, for crying in the beer.
Edward
Norton.
He's gonna win. Oh, he's gonna win.
Nah, I don't see that.
Best performance of Kieran Culkin goes to Kieran Culkin.
But
this will be interesting. We could do a wrap up after.
I said the big 5. I didn't say supporting. I said the big 5.
All right. Wait, here we go. Shit, maybe it's. Oh well, yeah. I said Brutalist. Brutalist is going to get all the big ones. Substance will be ignored. Wicked will get technical nominations possibly for cinematography, although I can't see it because it looks like shit, and for song, and of course technical editing maybe. And that's it, really. It's going to be Wicked, and it's going to be The Brutalist, and that's it. Nothing more.
This one's gonna suck. These you're gonna disagree with me with, but I don't care. Best Picture, The Brutalist. Best Picture, The Brutalist. Best Actor, Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. Best Actress, Demi Moore.
Maybe.
No, I don't see the Substance winning anything. I just don't, because it's too much of a surprise.
She's gonna win. She's gonna win.
You think they'll give her an honorary, like an honorary Oscar?
Well,
All the wonderful work she did for Blame It on Rio. She's gonna get the Oscar for Blame It on Rio finally.
But not.
So I said.
Not Michelle Johnson.
Sorry. You guys are killing me.
Killing me.
Guys. Best Director, Sean Baker for Honora. Best Actor, Best Director, Adrian Broadnose. Best Actor, Adrian Broadnose for. I know that, but I'm trying to recoup. Best Actor, Adrian Broadnose. Best Actress, I'm gonna say Demi Moore, but Mikey Madison is a dark horse, so it's kind of like a 60-40 split, but I'm still gonna give it to her. Best Screenplay. Fuck, that one's gonna hurt. Come back to me. Best Director. Oh God, man. It's a rough one. It's rough. It's just as I know. It's Demi Moore is gonna get it. I know Demi Moore is gonna win. You can't take that away. I know Sean Baker is gonna get Best Director. Best Actor is gonna be Best Actors Broadnose. That leaves us with Screenplay. That's even more rough. It's like adapted, original, and adapted. It's like fucking. I think original is gonna definitely be The Brutalist. Original's got to be The Brutalist. That's a Brutalist. Adapted, maybe Conclave. I think Conclave is going to get on adapted. I think Conclave is going to get
it until you've seen it. Don't poo-poo
it. This is a movie. Conclave is a movie nobody wants to watch. I know you saw it,
I
Anderson.
don't want to watch it either, but I think it's going to fucking get it, though. I
just can't see it. I can't see it. The
problem with Best Picture, though, the problem with like absolute Best Picture, I mean, you can get actor, screenplay, and those others. It's just like picture is still up in the air. It's literally going to be Honora. It's going to be The Brutalist.
To me, it's interesting that Inside Out didn't get any nominations, though. That was a big Disney movie. Inside Out too.
Best animated, but it's not going to win because there's another movie out there that's going to win over it. It's an
but it's actually a Disney movie that didn't disappoint anybody, and it's not going to win anything, and it made money too.
Best animated has got to be Wild Robot, right?
You'd think, but
it's not going to be Moana 2, is it?
But Japanimation always trumps. It always no pun intended.
If Kieran Culkin wasn't nominated for playing Kieran Culkin, that other guy, the Matt Strong or Jeremy Strong, he probably would have won for playing Cohen, playing the.
I've
nominated.
got one more category we could do. We could at least talk about it because we are informed. At least best visual effects. What do you think? Alien Romulus, Better Man,
Planet of the
Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked.
Planet of the Apes.
That's interesting.
Planet of the Apes ain't gonna win. It's all CGI. Not gonna win.
I saw it in the theater and it looked great on a huge screen. So that's what I'm saying.
I think, you know what? It shouldn't, but it's going to be Wicked. I think Wicked is going to be a big technical winner
Wicked's
this
gonna
year.
win. Wicked's gonna get it. Wicked's
Although
gonna
I
get
feel
it.
like haven't all those other CG Planet of the Apes, weren't they all nominated and none of them won? I think maybe this
One
could
of them
be the year.
won, yeah, sure. I liked, out of that series, I liked the second one. Well, actually, maybe the first in the actual franchise, as how it began with James Franco. I like that one. I like that one a lot. I thought it was great. But
Have you seen Kingdom of
Guys,
Planet of the Apes?
if
I have not seen any
if
of
the substance
the subsequent
wins
movies.
all of it, that will make my day.
It might be like a Parasite situation where it's like, it's like out of nowhere, which is interesting because that was Demi Moore's first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Parasite. That's right, for Charlie Band.
Youngest and hottest, yes.
It was, Demi Moore is interesting. She
She's always good.
Like with every actor, I think her best work was earlier on. I think when she reaches the point of striptease, it escalates into self-parody.
Oh, come on. Let her
like I
collect
said,
$12 million to show her boobs. Come on.
like an actor has two qualities. They're supposed to have two qualities. They're supposed to disappear inside a role, or they're supposed to behave as though they don't know what the other person is saying. That's the most important thing. I don't know if Demi Moore has that quality, but
You haven't seen. You have not seen The Substance.
But the thing about The Substance is I know the movie before I saw it, and I didn't want to know the movie. When I saw descriptions for what it was about, I kind of knew the movie, so it didn't really.
I'll say this. Young Demi Moore versus young Margaret Qualley. I take Margaret Qualley any day.
I don't know. Let me.
But just
gotta
know
look at
one
Margaret.
thing. Those when you guys eventually do watch The Substance, just know that the boobs you see are not Margaret Qualley's.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. She just sort of looks like.
It's prosthetic boobs.
No, she
in
just.
The Substance, it's prosthetic.
Margaret Qualley is another one that she's the daughter of a famous person, so.
Hence why I said rather fuck her mom. I'd rather fuck her mom.
Give me give me some big teeth, some big eyebrows, some big eyes. I'm all about that.
Tune in the Oscars in March. Hopefully we get the best of what we're gonna get. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm drunk. You leave me alone. Like, share, and subscribe, and lest we forget. Cobra Kai never fucking dies.